Last week's parsha introduced the factors that determine ritual purity and impurity in animals. This week's double parsha, Tazria Metzora, shifts focus to some of the laws governing ritual impurity in people, in particular, the complex issue of tzarat. One of the greatest challenges of tzarat is determining whether an affliction truly qualifies as such. Uniquely, only a Kohen is authorized to make this determination. But why does the Torah insist that only a Kohen may declare tzarat? The answer lies in its very nature. Tzarat is not merely a physical illness, but rather a visible manifestation of a spiritual ailment. While doctors treat bodily illness, spiritual leaders are responsible for guiding individuals through spiritual crises. Thus, an afflicted person does not require a doctor for treatment. Rather, they must first turn to a Kohen, who discerns whether their condition is physical or spiritual in nature. If it is spiritual, then no physical remedy will help. The Torah prescribes a two-step process for confirming tzarat. First, the Kohen quarantines the person for 7 days, observing whether the affliction spreads. If after the initial week the symptoms persist, the individual undergoes an additional 7-day isolation period. Only after this extended observation does the Kohen declare the person afflicted, rendering them ritually impure. However, if the affliction spreads across the entire body, the person is paradoxically declared pure, as they do not have tzarat. Why would widespread affliction indicate ritual purity while a localized condition signify ritual impurity? The Gemara in Sanhedrin 97a applies this principle to another scenario, teaching that Mashiach will come only when all governments of the world succumb to heresy. This reveals an essential truth. When something moves completely in one direction, it has the potential to flip entirely to the other direction. The same motivation and strength that can drive movement in one way can be harnessed just as effectively to shift course in the opposite direction. This is the deeper symbolism of the affliction that spreads across the whole body. One might assume that such widespread ritual impurity signifies even greater defilement. Yet the Torah teaches otherwise. No trajectory is permanent, and the same energy that leads astray can be redirected towards righteousness. Beyond this, the paradox conveys a profound philosophical lesson. In our world, nothing is absolute, neither good nor bad. Since tzarat reflects a spiritual deficiency rather than a mere physical ailment, the idea that the affliction spreads over the entire body could suggest a complete and total corruption. However, the Torah reminds us that no person is utterly devoid of merit. Even within the most seemingly corrupt individual, redeeming qualities persist. Therefore, if the affliction covers the entire body, it is no longer a reflection of a spiritual deficiency. Instead, it must be understood as a purely physical condition, one that does not indicate tzarat, thus rendering the person ritually pure. Shabbat Shalom.